The Silent Clause. Episode 1. The Girl with the Golden Voice. The rain drummed softly against the rusted roof as 17-year-old Charisse sat on the edge of her bed, headphones over her ears, notebook balanced on her knees. Music was the only thing that made sense. The small apartment she shared with her mother was cramped, noisy, and always full of problems. Bills piled up on the kitchen table. The electricity disappeared every few days. Some nights they ate well, some nights they didn't. But whenever Charisse sang, all of that disappeared. She closed her eyes and hummed a melody she had been working on for weeks. A song called Pepperfire. It wasn't just a song. It was her heart. Every line carried memories of struggle, hope, and determination. Her phone vibrated. A message flashed across the screen. "You need to post that demo." It was from her best friend, Liam. Charisse smiled. Everyone told her the same thing. Post your music. Share your voice. Take the chance. Yet fear always stopped her. What if nobody cared? What if nobody listened? What if she wasn't good enough? She stared at the recording on her phone. 30 seconds. One tap. That was all it would take. Her finger hovered over the screen. Then she pressed upload. The internet was silent for several minutes. Nothing happened. She sighed and tossed the phone onto her pillow. "See," she muttered. "Nobody cares." Then the notifications began. 1, 10, 50, hundreds. Her eyes widened. The video was spreading. Fast. By midnight, the clip had over 50,000 views. By morning, it had over 1 million. People everywhere were sharing the song. Comments flooded in. "Who is this girl? She's amazing. That voice. I need the full version." Her hands trembled as she scrolled through the reactions. For the first time in her life, strangers were listening. For the first time, she felt seen. 3 weeks later, record labels started calling. Most of them sounded the same. Promises. Contracts. Big dreams. But one company stood out. Starline Entertainment. Their founder, Victoria Kane, was one of the most powerful executives in the music industry. Artists launched by Starline became household names. Victoria herself was legendary. Elegant. Confident. Brilliant. At least that's what everyone said. The invitation arrived in Charisse's inbox. "We would like to discuss a partnership." Charisse almost screamed. Her mother cried when she read the email. "This is your chance," she whispered. A week later they sat inside Starline's headquarters. The building looked like a palace made of glass. Everything gleamed. Everything felt expensive. Victoria Kane entered the conference room, wearing a white suit and a perfect smile. She immediately commanded attention. "Charisse," she said warmly, extending her hand. "I've been listening to your music every day." Charisse nearly forgot how to breathe. "Thank you." Victoria sat down. "I'll be honest. You're special." The words hit Charisse like lightning. Special. Nobody had ever called her that before. For 2 hours Victoria spoke about dreams. Albums. Tours. Awards. International success. She painted a picture so beautiful that Charisse could almost touch it. At the end of the meeting, a thick contract was placed on the table. Victoria smiled. "This is the beginning of your future." Charisse looked at her mother. Her mother looked back nervously. Neither of them understood the complicated legal language. There were dozens of pages, hundreds of clauses, tiny details hidden between giant promises. Victoria noticed their hesitation. "Don't worry," she said smoothly. "My team will take care of everything." Something inside Charisse whispered that she should slow down. Ask questions. Read carefully. Get legal advice. But another voice was louder. The voice of opportunity. The voice of dreams. The voice that said this might never happen again. She signed. Victoria's smile grew wider. Much wider. At that moment, Charisse believed she had just changed her life forever. She had no idea she had just stepped into a trap. Far above the city, in an office overlooking the skyline, Victoria stood alone after the meeting. The signed contract rested on her desk. A lawyer entered. Everything went smoothly. Victoria nodded. Perfectly. The lawyer glanced at the papers. "She's very young." Victoria smirked. "Exactly." Outside, the rain had started again. Charisse walked through it smiling. She imagined sold-out concerts, hit records, fans singing her songs. The future looked brighter than ever. Behind her, hidden in a folder she never fully read, lay the first secret that would eventually destroy everything. And somewhere within those pages, the battle for Pepperfire had already begun. Watch out for the next episode of The Silent Clause.